nikikwangwira kiba kwangwizaho bayina abakozi abarungi no staff abarungi muno kurango mali bakwangwizaho kugumiza mukwangu watunga obuhereza oburungi muno na onyenetu abachego sakabanya kuli mugasana mutwikire yes iyo tunga loans mbikanya mwingi mu mosaic loans asset akusha loans emergency loans agriculture loans bull fattening loans nyabora yubo loan yirabogondeze ija mubachege gwasako bali opposite na police then no mugasana ho branch ne kora kurunge mono neba kuchaka sonsore kano baraza mpaka chakatani mkucheka mpaka saa ziba ibiri yes sir owekitinisa yawe kaguta Museveni president wihangala Uganda arugira yasokwa na kodesa obusobozi bwe obukumuherezebwa omukeragiro kikuru cyihanga kandi mu article president of Uganda by the articles akoze obusobozi bwe mukeragiro kikuru cyihanga Constitution Republic of Uganda enkuru mu articles ya 18 clause 2 18 A clause 1 10 clause 1 hamna 10 clause 1 of the 1995 Constitution of Republic of Uganda yakora empingisa hingisa mu cabinet ministers hamna of course nendengo ezina ministers of course alengo orundi yesterday akozire mu empingisa hingisa kandi abantu batali babona bamu batungira kamwenywenya matamagabu ndaba ministers batungire ebikaro ebyo kandi abamucyale balekirwe rundike obujanizi babuno babakenerizeho basigaza obujanizi bobundi rundike bayihwaho halengo aba ministers kandi batekwa omubikaro ebindi ntugonzo kutabarukya omwanenzaro akiyegegwa ntugonzo kumutabarukya kandi member wa parliament habwakyaka eya amasirimuka owekitinisa muno Jackson Kafuzi Karugaba arali honorable ndugonzo kumutabarukya ngo ekikaro eki abayire alum eki deputy attorney general asoboyire kuba nakisigaza erundike owekitinisa president asoboyire kuba nake mulekamu habo murundi ogundi tugonzo kumutabarukya mali na omukuru na kaumpora kubarabira mukake ba ministers banu bona basigayiremo barukusinga abarukusinga basigayiremo kali yes sir so ntugonza kutabarukya omukuru wogwo ntugonza kutabarukya omwana weitenzaro hanu kegegwa kandi yes sir habwa owekitinisa president okumurra mu obusobozi nokora kurunge mirimo kwa gikozire kurunge yasobora kuba namulekamu omukikaro ekyo so mali kutabarukya kandi mukayire mu dakika entaito muno aja kwa natwegaita mu seconds entaito muno arabo natwegaitaho okay honorable minister you are live Hambauza radio Bright Up FM ninyo jowa mu studios hamuna mugenzi wange
sema na terura karuro bwana daga
arali ntugonza twakutera kasimu rogere kide kyati kino tugonza kutabarukya kandi mari no kusima habo kubaka kububundi butabere bukozi obundi tikyo kwanguhere ntugonza kutabarukya no kusimira kutinisa president habo kuongera kisanje kindi nka deputy attorney general owihanganira Uganda yes sarant tugonza tandikiraho amasemererwa ngweno muhimbo ryota
bahuliriza aba Bright Up FM yegegwa musibiro bita ningoza kubashima nyina kushima management abo kuntera kunkulicha rundi
tabarukya kusemererwa hamwe nayiwe byona biturataho
abahuriza bayita ba radio no abantu bakegegwa district yona ningoza kushima mukama habo kisembo cyobomezi ningoza kushima abantu bakegegwa abankayira karuru ningoza kushima president yewe Museveni habo kumpa bweshigwa habo kwinyikiriza okwezi kwa kabiri ebiro okwezi 12 omwaka guno mukashike myaka ena mu office ya deputy attorney general and minister of state for justice and constitutional affairs ninyowe obukubanza ku government nebaho kuhinguza emyaka ena mu office
wow
congratulations
ninyo omuntu okubanza kwiha gavumenti nebaho kuhinguza emyaka ena mu ofisi ya deputy attorney general.
What a milestone.
Yes, kintu kikuru muno. Nitekereza ngu emirimo ndukukora ningishikiriza officer professional yobwa lawyer oyine kuhabura gavumenti habuli rulengo kuruga hagombora kuhika hari president. Emagombora nigakora bylaws sub-county my districts nigakora bylaws
ordinances za district
council bylaws ibyo bundi buryo abayiriro bakora iteka hakutunda no kusubura kokowa buli kantu kaine kwija mu ofisi yanyu karoro kaketegereza oyina kuhabura parliament oyina kukora contracts ezengurudo eza buli kintu ekya buli mulingo ekya government ektekonsent ebenegura ebenetunda ebenepangisa so obundi nduga mu ofisi saha isatu rundi saha inazekiro ekiro kimu ninsobola gukora files nk'ebikumi bibiri habwokuba tuyine regional offices tuyine courts nyingi emisanga ine kugenda mu kooti okujagama ngu file ndagikoraho nyenkya oyine kuzaapprovinga kandi oyine kuapprovinga nkyetenda
kuirabyaho
oyine kuirabyaho kandi tukwirabyaho tayisomere kumanya kuzikire rundi zigwire
oyine kuzecenchurako
oyine kuzicenchura yeso oyine kusoma buli kimu kakyetegereza obundi na kyamukago obundi na sande nibani mu office baitu nyine kurora ngo ebintu byagenda mu kooti endagane zitwasayininga bino byagenda mu embassy bino byagenda mu buli ministry byagenda magomboro byagenda mu district ishikire nibiyoko abokuba ninsobora kuteekaho mukono nkasayininga kandi ngafereza gavumenti obuhumbi bwa sente ubundi nkakora ensobi enyakiziraho baitu ninsiima mukama ruhanga ngu president Museveni ayikiririze mu mulimo gwe ndukora emirundi ekiro obwingi abantu obwire obutiba bushijjamu emirimu egyo na temptation nicyo kiki
okuhebwa
okukemebwa
kwingi abokuba niziraho sente nyingi abakwenda kuha sente orole lubaju luli okole kinu okole ekyo bakozesa ensobi nibo bayingi so osobola kugonza kugayigahara speed okamalira okozera ensobi kandi oferize gavumenti sente nyingi rundi osisire na gavumenti ebintu bya buli mulingo omulundi gwokubanza nkagenda mu kooti y'ensi yona bakuleta
Hague yes tukakurora hano yes Hague
kuko twatuyina omusango
ogwa Congo ogwa zabu
ati nkaloya hariho kooti ezoba nolota abokuba abakuzijyamu bake bakomerwa uruhanga ino bano kirota abokuba bayingiri bajya kurindwa kufa batakakora gaki
batakazijyamu gakuzihorezamu
yes betugaba ngo kajyayo wajya hari kodi wakora kintu nakiri kintu kikuru muno kugenda mu United Nations kugenda nka obu bona no sima mukama ruhanga abokuba president akuruzire mu bwesige akwigiririze mu yarura ngo obusobozi obuyine kandi umwe nosobora kugukora abantu abamu basobora kukwigaya bagamba ngo mukama atagira
teteniso wabo
so mba nimbarora bano habikutu bano
yes
omuganda gaba nkora bagaya baitu ikikupishizo bonda bokora nimanya ngo basobora kuba batakukyetegereza
true
yes basobora kuba batakukyetegereza baitu
omugaso gwa office egyo n'emirimo ekolerwamu
yes obujunanizi bwa mpayirwe bwokuhereza ihanga so mukuhereza ihanga impereza bona bayire nindora habikutwaho haroho wagambire ngo Kafuzi abaire minister wa Kyaka South abantu kama ingoza mwetegereze nkakabara specifically nkakyegerwa usaho kamba ejo kurora usaho isomero erukombekwa usaho rugudo orukorwa usaho irwaro erukorwa erintakolire contract
eze mpata nezo zona nziraba mu ofisi yanyu
health center siriye yakabweze yorukombekwa sanzire iyo nagikolire contract tukaikara mukayihura tukaikara mturwana na pekasa urugudo rumwasaba ese ndagano zona ninyona zikozira amayizi ganga buri kintu ninyona kikoze hata abantu barugamanguka
ngo sauce
minister wa sauce ndora nkayesku yagambire ngo baganyire
tibamanye kibakora
true
yes habo kuba nyine kwegendereza no kuba minister ikikumanyisa ngundi bate hamutu kwa bagenzi bange
exactly
constituencies inabebembezi nyowe nyino obujunanizibwa obuli professional obuli technical tindu kujya kugenda kutumira mu constituency ya saba tindu kujya kugenda kutema enfuka yo kubanza kutandika kwambekirwaro kabweza mu constituency ya Tombriti ngo habo kuba ni nyowe nkozireki
ni minister
nokyetegereza tuine kubuildinga timu nkadistrict niko abarasobora kukyetegereza bajya kisima abara batakyetegerize tubarukuja kisima cyari obundi abandi abatakyetegereza bari bamahabe bembeze bagenzi bandi obundi kweyendeza obundi koraki turomanya abanyankore bayinekifento umwuga buri muntu ayino rubimbirwe orubimbi orumpayibwe ni runo iwe wekaguze kuboherwa orubimbi oru district nokitwazota abembezi bagenzi bano batwazota oratuombeka rundo ratwahurana nokitegereza kintu kikuru muno nyowe ninkemanya kurungi obujunanizibwa obumpayibwe bwa gavumenti kandi bwihanga lyona kusaho nekiro nekimu obundu kwija kugwera orubaju projects of zija centers za district twikara n'abebembezi bagenzi bange kumanya kiki kirakorwa kirakorwa ninja kubagamira ngo next financial year bagenda kuombeka isomero seed school mu constituency ya Sabo
Kigambo
yes already na contracts tuzimazira kuziterozinga kuzaprovinga
good
kokuziraba akukuba bataka kozira procurement mwine kukora ebyo kubandezaho ko preliminary za funding birabira contracts inkezo mwine komposireki must in a place so tin kuija kwehemba kwetwara haiguru ngonyo isomero hadi ndihireyo nitwairo wanga abo kwa ninyo nkora contract runi ngezile mwasaba kutemivuni keruni yafuka yokubanza kali kenda kurangirira ngonyo ndukora contract na bweki ninyebembera district yona hatu ofte wabembezi
webale muno arali ntugonza kusima kandi mali tukusima wakairi watwerezawo ako kiro kino tube turi mu congratulatory message tusobuta kukaguze bikaguzo bindi byona arali mu maiso turatunga kaira kandi mu maiso turukaguze bikaguze bindi but kiro kino tube turi yale mu celebrating hamwe nayiwe kandi tukusime reka nkwe y'abantu bahunka basato arali ni manyo libize nkwe y'abantu nkabasato nabo bakora mukiyeho kandi bari bakutabaruke mbere na munywani wawe ha radio hano ngambia ine ngundu yembuzi naenda kukuletera
naba ha studio lines ya 0 Musanjo 80 Musanjo na 228
Musanjo 80 Musanjo 228 tubaze unayiwe kande
then abanyakura YouTube nanyo mutekaye congratulatory message tujya kubantu soma hano ezarari hello
yes attack na movi
yata
atabike na agina ika dufomu chakasego mchapa no Yete mukuru katika kanda ya jano Udibani vandi uka uhangwe Toka aliaka antukali akatuahulire mbu Kuru Museveni Akwa pambi abantu kirikika
Arali wakiureki Ogo wa puyo alimukiyeya agambire akantu kali akayahulire ngo Museveni agonza kwambya abantu
ego
ora kasobora yesala
ego tulije
ati la nyowe ninyebaza onaribo asaba ayo kurugudu na runyire kuruga kasure mpaka omukayeye
arukuzira rusemire
nakambare ka NRM
ego
kali
timuhulire
ogo yabanasima yabanasima basaba kali yesala
kurungi na kuura mgurusiro suiga
ninyowe ikabari cyarali ayo bale kuzara kafunzi akanzare banzi yaka kitwalo maiso ihakayona oye
haya
kabaranire
kale mgurusiro suiga
wa muhura radio
timuhulire
ogo mugurusiro suiga
nakusima ngo ayebala omuguruse omugenzi kafuzo okuzala emanzi
yebale kusima
yesala
Alo musomesa St James chikuba cha Uganda.
ego musomesa
Ni sima okutuletera minister Kafuzi. Enkabande agent we. Koko buyabire minister yanyebwa.
kana hereza ihanga na imberoli
aradio musaidi omwijuke
ngo musomesa wa chikuba Church of Uganda
Enkabande agent we.
ngo akabali agent wawe wa mwebwa ego kale amuhe yomo amalirize abwire bikaguzo turumureta bundi hello tata
amabara niraka ninyo omuhereza professor amazima genye ninyo nyimbaza kusima omukama ruhanga obusobozi bandi ayo bali okukonyera honorable section Kafuzi kurorante nagaruka omuntebe bambe nawe atakwe Rwanda ruhanga omubwire bwo vuwona ruhanga obusobozi bandi amurindege wazo
kale arali habwakayire deka tukome hari abo kanhire ngo batungire
mwebale muno bright up abahereza
yes
so omugira ono mukura oraba anomugarukama akayira ko maiso bukalihika baitukima hari ebyo ebya abantu entebenu
ikeitaka arali otakibalizeyo
ensonga yitaka chaka 1
yes
ensonga egyo tuliyo nzigikoraho
good
nyine kugumya ngo president atatunge amakuru agashikire abokuba government ebazanira kalimu Prime Minister mwaka gwa 2016 obyaleshire abantu kuba hasango be nabateka mutakeri akayikiraneza na abantu nabagambira ngo ndeshira abantu banu mugabane nabitaka kuitaka tuli digazetinge tuli bahereze ekyo kumanyisa ngo kurugobu kyegegwa officially tukabane tusigaza settlement ya cyakatu baitu abakukwatwaho honorable Helaronek minister Echweru na abanyakuri mu office ya prime minister abayebembiro muri mo bakaba bayine gukora report egene mu cabinet ya approving emanye ngo itaka already tuligabira abanyayuganda cyo busasi ngo report yegetakorwe habo kwa report yegetakorwe nicyo kitumire ubu bagonza kureta investor habo kubana bagira ngo hariyo itaka eri free so nabweke president mbalize nawe muhandikire kandi namusobora ndinzire ku ecyarangaruka
kandi nsimante kurorante na office ekujunanizibwa hampatane nkezo mukama kitukolire yagikugaramu
Cyakubaire cy'obusasi muno bukoire rugire mu
abantu batubaire twerarikirire ntiwatureka maingi
tubaire musara chemani no cyali akasiba ijwerye akamara wiki atakurya chemani ono cyali akasiba kwa rali amazima ningabaza akamara wiki asibire
utamunagisa kinde no kale tukusima muno tukusima okitendesa adeputato ne general abakaikawe kandi we bano kwata kwanukulesimo zaitu kandi nobutosa okuhanuraga nabantu bawe ningirane abandi abairo hano abaina ngamba ngo abwa emirimo okora nyingi muno no siba mu office ngo no mbiri ogo nicho guikalire gute
oine kora mu parliament constituency no mukabora ataha naho bujunanizi buliyo so
kale tugodeza obusinguzi kandi mukama kutulindire kale so gabali deputy
tugende makuru
Jackson Kafuzi Karugaba arali
tugende makuru mwebezi murungi muno kandi bayira nsima abantu mwebale kumusabira chemano bale kusiba munda bale kusaba nanyo sale zange
ruhanga nyumba iri famune kintu cyaka wanu ekyo
itakero
bakite mundi no hakivuga
wewe akide kagumeo akimalira ati arari no bwara akimalira ateke itakekyo
no bara kuntera handi chikuto
no bara kuteka handi hari ekindi
uno basako munanga kumutuku muherezo bwananga
ubwati
obono wananga
ijora
DP
ijora kanaende kyana
constitutional affairs
ijora kanaende kya register cha head
na iyo bite dakai
Bono
cyamwetaga herereze kuno abakwatu bakuja muri biri kuno abana chwanganizi
bako ba speaker ati kunna batakyana kuruma
yewe bintu ejo bakuru babayino babayire kuri
buyende
ababuyende tubabayine ijora abayemba hanurayi tubabayine gebigambe bisongoire bayemba nanka reka amayiwe gumira gaharali kandi mukama kozese muno singule muri ekyo ekintu nko kwanihiza abantu bawe kandi na office gini yenyini nyini kandi nyona musigayire mu nko kumubayire
dakika
yoli majegere
bona
na mukuru wa gamba ogwa atatwara bujunanizibwa honorable oneke hirare ocheru bona balimu inyona mukwatanize nko kumwitiranize ikintu mukimalira mukama abakozese
amina dakika tugende makuru mulimi urungereza. Good evening.
Orore omusejjo no manya musezi manya mulogo tora kabejize nizinyira enyanya nungi ensiga akaziyanka ebyange byona nkabirima bikafa iwe Batista embibo zino kaziyanka
munyano wange byakutaga kayira kana abalimi tugende tukatunga kamwenyu mwenyu no kusemera kwa amani hanyuma ya kampuni eya East West Seed Company okutuletera ensige nungi muno ezinekula mutindo eza enyanya mubikabya Pele F1 Padima F1 obutunguru mubikabya Super Yali Kabeji omubikabya Indica F1 omulimi mugenzi wange wekwata ensigo zino nisteka ebijuma bingi muno kandi obubikoto musaize nungi ezikuzoka kurungi kandi obensigo zino nisugumire mbera yobwire nizikuikibwaho aba na Seco Seeds abarakusanga mu rugo rwa Kampala harugurura Entebbe enyuma ya Shell Petrol Station.
Aha webali hati ensigo ezo nziyenka
ensigo zino nisangwa maduka gona agara kutunda ensigo zebirime omuyanga lyona leka nkwereze namba uyanguhirweho 0775 34
Chena na mnana katonyezi 0 Britop FM notisanga omtauni ya Chegegwa.
Omwana azarwa gumiza aranda makuta ayemera obutengenene arubatenta ateiruka obwakuzire isomero lya Ave Maria Senior Secondary School erikusangwa cyenjozo rwibale enirijaguza Silver Jubilee ebiri yokwezi mukago kwa kane mwaka 2024 aho rwibala isomero okutandika na sahine za nyencha aho noche ya person board head teacher na staff hamuna abeki bakuralizi omuzeire abeki abasomireyo abagondeze birungi isomero naba bagondeze siyabe nkurakurana itwena okuija mukijaguzo makeke haba fundraising eyokombeke kyomboko nyamugundo Silver Jubilee Complex kibalirirwa makahumbe kamune kichweka paido omulikyo haraba mlibrale ebitebe bya begi hamuna hall yokuteraniramu oido sagike nensimbi nebirimwe hamune ebitungwa byona fundraising makeke omugenyi mukuru araba Prime Minister Robina Nabanja asenekezi ba MPs ba LC5s ba councillors abakuru mu madini abebembezi bensi abasubuzi nabebitinisa abandi baingi Ave Maria Secondary School tujaguze emyaka 25 silver jubilee kuruga Ave Maria Secondary School etandikwa tusime n'obuheereza bwayo habw'okusomesa abaana.
The news in English on 98.0 Britop FM.
Brought to you by Matunda Kombucha Drink. Find it in all shops and supermarkets.
Senyonyi demands a probe against Anita Among and Clark at Parliament. More voices urge a government to increase funding for education sector. A Pope appoints Wokorachi, a new Archbishop of Gulu Archdiocese. A blessed evening, dear listener. This is the 8 p.m. English News read to you by Icheman. The news in detail. The leader of opposition in Parliament, Joel Senyonyi, has written to anti-corruption agencies of government demanding that the Speaker and Clerk at Parliament should be probed. He wants the inquiry to ascertain how Among received a sum of 2.6 billion shillings per diem facilitation from Parliament in 146 days for foreign trips, yet she did not travel. This is the law speaking.
You are entitled to $990 per day, but you are giving yourself $4,000 per day. Number two, that we don't believe the Speaker traveled for all these days. What it would mean is that last year she was away for half the year. That's not true. The Speaker is always here, even when she will go away. I mean, there's a time she had twins. 2 weeks later, she was back to presiding over the House. So there's no evidence to show that last year the Speaker was away for about 6 months. And so these are critical issues that we are concerned about.
According to Senyonyi, the clerk to Parliament must be tasked to explain some of the payments. It is alleged that Adolfo Mwesge equally paid himself huge sums of money as allowances for trips abroad. The rope continues explaining.
There's per diem to the clerk, which also needs to be explained because some trips he was meant to be here, and then the dates were clashing with another trip for which he got per diem. How does that happen? And he's the accounting officer. For him, his problems might be more because he's the accounting officer. He's the one who is meant to authorize all the financial releases of Parliament. Except if he tells us that he has been torpedoed by the Speaker, then he needs to explain that. So he has got to explain not just his per diems, but all these monies at Parliament. That's important. Of course, there's per diem of the Speaker's husband. Whenever she travels, he goes with her. At some point, they were in Kigali and at the same time in Nairobi. Does not make sense.
Senyonyi further demanded a probe into staffing concerns at Parliament. It is alleged that over 200 employees at the Parliament were irregularly hired. Tell them, Bwana Senyonyi.
The other issues are staffing concerns, as we did raise them. Several people who have been hired by Parliament irregularly, and that's even captured in the Auditor General's report. People who have got jobs here, they earn a salary, but they are hardly here. We understand they are operating in people's private businesses, but they earn a salary from Parliament. That's illegal.
Senyonyi also showed a copy of the contract between the Parliamentary Commission and Mama Abukedeya FM, which he wants the investigators to explain how the radio station owned by the Speaker was awarded the 3.13 billion shillings to undertake a coverage of the parliamentary business.
The other issues are staffing concerns, as we did raise them. Several people who have been hired by Parliament irregularly, and that's even captured in the Auditor General's report. People who have got jobs here, they earn a salary, but they are hardly here. We understand they are operating in people's private businesses, but they earn a salary from parliament. That's illegal.
Moving on with the news, the call to increase the funding to the education sector took center stage as Uganda's observed its first ever National Education Day. The celebrations occurred at Korolo Ceremonial Ground, uniting various stakeholders in the sector, including parents, teachers, students, political leaders, technocrats, and development partners. Uganda seized the same occasion to commemorate the 27 years of UOPE. From teachers and pupils to other stakeholders, everyone seemed to agree that despite the progress made in the sector over the past 3 decades, limited funding is undermining these efforts. Jamiru Mugumya, a teacher, expressed concern that the current capitation grant, which stands at 17,000 Uganda ceiling, is insufficient to support the schools in delivering a quality education. Jack Sadet, the EU ambassador at Uganda, speaking on behalf of the education development partners, emphasized the crucial importance of investing in the sector. Bwana Cedric tell the people at the conference.
Uganda allocates a relatively low amount of resources to education compared to the needs of the sector, which could result in Uganda falling behind neighboring countries in education levels and ultimately losing out on economic opportunities as international investors look elsewhere to bring business and develop markets. We therefore encourage the government of Uganda to fulfill its pledge required by the Global Partnership for Education to increase funding for education. In addition, the funding that is allocated for education could be used more efficiently, and Uganda could get better returns on its current investments.
Janet Museveni, the Minister of Education and Sports, in a speech read by the State Minister John Krizisto Muyingo, highlighted the significant milestones achieved as Uganda celebrates Education Day. Tell them, Bwana Minister, on behalf of the Senior Minister.
A lot of progress has been made. Challenges such as unequal access to quality education, pupil absenteeism, proficiency gaps, and school retention persist, highlighting the ongoing commitment needed to provide quality education to all children in Uganda. At this commemoration of the International Day of Education, my ministry reaffirms commitment to providing quality education to all children in the country. It's an opportunity for all stakeholders present to contribute towards our education system. We call upon all stakeholders to increase engagement in supporting education in Uganda.
However, Muyingo emphasized that as the government works to increase funding to the sector, parents and learners also have a significant role to play.
erina okusasula school fees ne sente za school fees zibaddewa Ministry of Education yazongeddeko sente ezisukka ne billion 3 yayongeza school fee yoze ebadde tuwa okuwerera abaana bayo mu primary schools yazongeddeko ebitabo bya government jabibawa abasomesa jja basasula omusaala sente z'ebigezo bano leta ebigezo bya gundi government jabisasula gw'omuzadde ng'omulimu gwo kulanga omwana ono agenda ku ssomero omwana alina uniform omwana ali emmere ng'omwana omwagazisa okusoma olunaku luno lutujjukize buli omu atunule mu buvunaanyizibwa bwe.
Moving on with the news, UPC party candidate Sarah Agoti has been declared the winner of the Dokolo Woman Member of Parliament by-election. Agoti will replace Cecilia Barbara Atim Ogwal, who died in January from hospital in India. Agoti was declared the winner by the Dokolo District Returning Officer Alikwaine Ngobi after garnering 23,044 votes, defeating Her closest opponent, Janet Rose Adongo Lau of NRM, who got 14,001 votes. Rosemary Austin Olwoch Ogwala of FDC came third with 8,168 votes, followed by Eunice Akulo Obote, an independent. Harriet Ageno Nupo candidate got 727 votes, while another independent candidate, Rebecca Alau, came last with 439 votes. UPC party President Jimmy Akena described the win as a clear pass for the UPC come 2026 general election. Tell them, President of UPC.
It's a clear indication that as UPC we're heading on our way up and we're preparing very seriously for the 2026 elections. I think it's a wonderful win. I want to congratulate my candidate. It was a tough but short race, and thanks to the people of Dokolo for giving confidence in the Ghana People's Congress. The party gives us a good stepping stone, lessons learned, the areas of improvement which we need to work on, but I think we're good for now.
Meanwhile, Rosemary Alwoche and her party President Patrick Oboy Amriat considered the defeat, saying results of a democratic process must be respected.
The people of Dokolo have chosen. Usually voters choose the candidate, a leader that they deserve. I hope that the MP-elect Aguti will measure to the level of performance of our departed leader, Atat Senior Barbara Tinoba.
Uganda is a democracy, and in a democracy, the majority are the winner. In this particular case, we have got to accept that the people have listened to very different versions and visions of where Doholo was going to be. So given that we live in a democracy, we have got to accept that. That is the decision that the people of Doholo have made.
As a power and the team considered defeat, Justice Simon Ebyabakama Amugenyi, the Electoral Commission chairperson, commended the people of Dokolo for their calmness during the entire voting process, saying they have set a bar for the next election exercise come 2026.
The greatest gratitude should go to the people of Dokolo district. I was particularly impressed by their calm, peaceful, and composed demeanor at the polling stations I visited. In some stations, I witnessed queues of voters waiting patiently and deterred by the scorching sunshine. The people of Dokolo, in our view, have raised the bar on how to conduct a peaceful election.
In another news, the construction of the Kacheka War Memorial Stadium has encountered setback due to the missing land title. While appearing before the District Public Accounts Committee yesterday, David Muhwezi, the Chief Administrative Officer, said when he took over the office from Edward Kasagara, he was given photocopies of the land titles, and upon verification, it was found that some of the original land titles, including that of Kacheka, could not be traced from the registrar. Tell them, Buanakau.
But I have also discovered of recent, we want to build the wall around Kacheka. I've tried to look for the title of Kacheka and I cannot trace it. It is also among the reasons. Kacheka Stadium. It is among the reasons. So it is also missing. How they are stolen, it is a story for another day.
He said they reported the matter to police and the former car was asked to make a statement with the police. The chairperson of the District Public Accounts Committee, Habati Ekamjisa, ordered the arrest of Edward Kasagara. He also said Kasagara should appear before the committee to explain the whereabouts of the title. Constructed in 1984, Kacheka War Memorial Stadium is a home to Mbarara City Football Club and has a sitting capacity of 10,000 people. In another news, Pope Francis has appointed Right Reverend Raphael Moni Wokorachi the new Metropolitan Archbishop of Gulu Diocese. The appointment was revealed today by Luigi Bianco, the Apostolic Nuncio to Uganda. Archbishop Wokorachi, 63, has been Bishop of Nebi Catholic Diocese since March 2021. He now replaces Archbishop Emeritus John Baptist Odama, who retired after clocking the 75-year age limit in line with the Code of Canon Law. Archbishop Emeritus Odama was the first Metropolitan Archbishop of Gulu and served for the past 25 years since his installation in 1999. Speaking to hundreds of Christians at St. Joseph's Cathedral in Gulu today, Archbishop Emeritus Odama thanked the priests, sisters, and laity at the Archdiocese for supporting his apostolic for over 2 decades. He also asked them to offer the same support they accorded him to the incoming Archbishop Wokrochi. Tell them, Emeritus.
I want to thank all of you, dear fellow brother priests, dear sisters, brothers, and you all laity of this Archdiocese for having given me a very, I could say, greatest support in my apostolate as the Archbishop. May God continue to keep you with that spirit and work also with the new Archbishop who will be installed sometime. But at the moment, the Pope has appointed me Apostolic Administrator, which means I'm a caretaker of this Archdiocese until the new Archbishop is installed and takes now the official position.
The Pope appointed Archbishop Odama as the Apostolic Administrator of the Archdiocese of Gulu until the installation of Wokorachi. Archbishop Emeritus Odama, who is now celebrating 50 years in the priesthood, was the first Archbishop of Nebi Diocese from 1996 to 1999. My dear listener, that has been our 8 p.m. bulletin. A lovely night as Webaleyo program continues.
The greatest.
That was the news in English on 98.0 Britop FM.
Was brought to you by Matunda Kombucha Drink. Find it in all shops and supermarkets.
What up?
On your radio, this is
Britop FM. Now, here's another hour of the internet's most listened to show. Oh, yeah.
Hello to you. You're listening to your mighty radio station, 98.0 Britop FM. Best in the heart of Chigigwa. We play the new music, and here we go.